Hello YouTube and fellow Terminator fans, welcome back to my channel GweiloJohn. I am your host John. I hope you're all staying safe and sane in what appear to be insane times. We've done it again, haven't we? Created another virus and released it, and it's got away from us. Got out of control. Really? How did that happen? I have no idea. Anyway, I hope you're all, following the rules. Stick to your houses. Let's defeat this thing as quick as we possibly can, because I am on my first week of lockdown and I am already stuck crazy. This is nuts. I'm luckily enough just locked in here with my wife, whom I love to bits, adore the woman. She's working from home. I cannot do that. I'm a security systems engineer. I install security devices, alarms, etc., and so forth. And there are just so many alarms you can put in your own house before it becomes impenetrable, even for me. So let's crack on with something else. It's a different one today. I'm not doing the build the Terminator, but I am technically building a Terminator. This is a 1/6 scale. It's kind of a kit bash custom. This is a Fison body, a TBLeague body. It's seamless, so there's no seams in it. It's the M34. The clothing I've got from eBay, and they are from AS Toys, and it's called the Punk Biker or something. It's supposed to be, and in fact it is the exact copy of Hot Toys MMS117 figure, which I have. I mean, it's beautifully made. There's some excellent detail in this. It's not leather, it's pleather, but it really does look and feel like leather. It's a very, very good one. It's not cheap though. To buy this online, I think you can get it for about 60 quid now, maybe under 60 quid now. But with that you get the jacket, you get the belt. These are movie accurate. So you get the belt, you get the trousers, which again are movie accurate. You get the boots, which are also movie accurate, all the way up there. Bosh. They need dirtying down. Obviously, you'll have to go over them with a little bit of dry brushing, bit of white paint, dry brush it around the edges, seams, etc., and so forth. I will do that. I'll make it look more realistic, more movie accurate, less clean. Although this is the clean Terminator that we're doing, and this is the arm, the endoskeleton arm from the MMS117 from the Hot Toys figure. But I bought it second hand, and it had clearly been broken because this has been glued, so it would never fix on the figure and actually be able to pose. The pose I'm after is the where he shows Dyson exactly what he is, like cutting off his arm and revealing that. And that's the kind of pose I'm going to get with this. These are fully posable figures. I don't know if you've ever dealt with 1/6 scale figures before, but they're fully posable. They do everything. They mimic every single human movement. There's nothing this can't do that I can't do, except have an amazing body. These are the reason it's clothed is because they're anatomically correct. They're 100% perfect. So obviously it just looks better with clothes on. I don't want to do a naked Arnold Schwarzenegger video. That's just something I don't want to do. Yeah. So what I'm going to attempt to do today, and if you are watching this, I was successful. If you're not, I'm just talking to myself. I'm going to be cutting off the arm from this, and these are very expensive figures. This body alone cost me about 50 quid. So cutting one of these up is something I'm kind of nervous about it. So what I want to do is I want to cut off this arm here, like he does in the film, exactly like he does in the film, but just a little bit higher. And then I'm going to be cutting down this one, which is the accessory that comes with the Hot Toys figure. It's purely because I can't use it on the Hot Toys figure, and if resale, I wouldn't be able to resell it anyway because it was already broken when I got it. So I'm going to be cutting it off around about there and trying somehow to fix that into there seamlessly, so you can't see that there's any joint at all, using the flesh from the top of this. This is fully posable. It rotates all the way around 360. Every single finger is posable. I was a little bit hard. I was a bit heavy with these two, with the thumb and the other one there, because I kind of broke them off myself. But I will repair those. They'll be invisibly repaired, so no one will ever know. But the whole thing's fully posable. It all moves around. It's pretty cool. What I'm hoping to do is when I cut that down, this main pole is hollow, so I can slide whatever is up inside of this arm into there. So it'll slide up into there, so it will stay locked, so I can actually pose it up and down. So I'll cut off this arm, and then I'll come back to you after I've done that. Probably in floods of tears. I don't know. Gonna give it a go. Okay, with that done, and we're gonna get this part here. That's part where he's, now listen to me very carefully, rips off his arm. So it actually already looks a little bit like a Terminator arm inside of this one. So this is what a TBLeague looks like inside. I've never actually cut one up before, so I've never seen it before, but you've got a really good ball joint here. It's all in metal, the whole thing's metal. You've got another ball joint obviously for the elbow. This is a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to have to do is drill out this hole here, remove this, so drill out that hole, remove the rivet, and remove this ball joint here, and maybe cut that bit down. And this part here, I'm going to have to cut that down there, all the way around there. That's what that's for. I'm just going to sit that inside of there. And using my trusty hacksaw, go across that, and hopefully this is hollow enough to slide that in to get something inside of there. I don't know. It looks completely different to what I thought it was going to look. But at least the flesh is off, and we can see where we're going to go from here. I mean, hopefully when done, it's going to look magnificent. We'll give it a go. Okay, with the lower arm being cut off, this is what it should look like. This is for anybody who's actually going to do it or attempt it. So what you've got the main skin of the arm there, and that's been hollowed out to accommodate this part, which I've had to cut a lot thinner. Every time I bent the elbow, it popped out. This is going to be glued in. And what you do is, because this is shaped like the arm anyway, it follows the contours of the inside of this arm, where the elbow would be. The elbow would be there, so that part would pop in. And before I start, this metal pin here comes inside the actual arm itself anyway. It's the steel rod for controlling it, for making it strong. And the little aluminium loop that went round there has been used to clamp around the end of that. So that's cut right to the elbow joint, or just before it, leaving enough room for that pin and that round aluminium clip to go on. And you drill the hole in this large enough to fit just over that. So it's about 5mm, I think. And then obviously hollow this out. You hollow this out with scissors. So you get some really sharp scissors. These are textile scissors. They're for cutting clothing, so they're really sharp. And you gently go all the way around the edge, digging it out. I mean, I went a little too far here. Got a hole. Oh no! Yeah, but it's repairable. Don't worry, I'll fix it. All you do is you get another little piece of silicone, one of the little pieces that you've cut off. That pops in there with the super glue put inside. That pops in there, and that will fit fine. That will blend in nicely, and it still's got that stretchiness. So it might look like he's got a little spot on his arm or something like that. So what you then do is fit this in here. So that should clip in with the glue. Obviously you've glued that in, and you glue all the way around the edge of that, and you glue this skin to the edge of that skin, so it all blends in nicely. That's obviously not glued in yet, so that'll all be glued in nicely, and it fits. So once it's all in and it fits, it kind of looks kind of cool, but that'll all be pulled to the end. So when it's done, and then you're painting around the main skin. So you're keeping the Hot Toys part, but you're also painting around the main skin. It does look a little larger than the other arm in respects to the extra skin being around the outside, but it's not that much. It doesn't really show, and it looks kind of cool once it's all done. So I'm going to come back to you once I've put that all together. Okay, that's glued in. That looks quite cool. We're just going to wait for the glue to dry on that one. I've filled the hole in. Oops, excuse me. Filled the hole in the arm. That'll be blended in with a little bit of paint on that one. But it's still rubbery. It still flexes when you bend the arm. The other part I'm going to do is the loose skin hanging off from the other hand, because nobody ever sees that in the film. What happened to that? What happened to the arm he ripped off? So that's going to be glued onto there. This is obviously going to be hollowed out. So I'll hollow all this out the same way I did the actual arm itself. Hollow all that out. Some of the little bits, these sort of little bits extra, will be stuck inside of this arm here, just to make it look like flesh is still in there. And obviously that will be holding onto this hand, and the other hand will be holding onto the loose flesh. I may cut this. The fingers are all floppy already, so I may cut down there, just make it look like the thumb has been ripped out as well. So I'll crack on with that while I'm waiting for the glue to dry. Okay, the glue is all dry, and that's the end result there. I think that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's it works well. It works well with the blood mixing in, and it's still fully posable. You can still pose it all the way up, all the way down. Still got to blend that piece in, paint that. But with the actual arm on there, it looks spectacular. That's that part all done. So now, while I was doing, I did the hand too. I did the accessory there. That's it looks kind of gruesome, doesn't it? I can now understand why Hot Toys didn't add this as an accessory for the MMS117, because who wants to look at that? That is pretty gruesome. I like it though. I'm happy with it, and it's made. It is the other part of the arm that you've cut off from the face and body. It looks great for the front. I mean, I went through it a couple of times, cutting it down, cut through it, but it kind of added to it, because when you put it together, it'll stay folded. So when you put it together like this, you have to glue it from the back, so it doesn't look great at the back. And you can see where the hand is glued on there, and the back is folded over and glued together. But as it'll only be seen from the front, he'll be holding it in that hand, and you need to make sure that you've got enough of the flesh on there for him to actually hold it in the other hand. So that's got to be a little bit thicker on that side, so you can actually hold on to it. But it looks great because it's silicone rubber. Paint really isn't going to take to this. Even the acrylic paints were struggling to actually take to that. So what I've used is marker pens, permanent markers. These ones, really good. This one makes a really good fresh blood look, and this one is obviously a slightly darker. This is pound shop ones. These are the ones from the pound shop. I think they all are, to be fair. And you also have to use black inside of it. You put black in, and it gives it more of a realistic sort of flesh look once you've torn it off. And in the light, it does actually glisten. So it still looks wet, which is great. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So what I'm going to do now is weather the guy, weather the trousers and the jacket and stuff like that, and do the head. I'll put the head on next, and then we'll have him finished. I'll have him on display for you. So this is the completely finished, painted and weathered 1/6 scale Arnie figure from the showroom. Now listen to me very carefully. Part of the movie, which I really liked. It's an iconic part of the movie where he ripped his own flesh off. That's kind of cool. Loved it. And nobody's done a part where the flesh has actually been ripped off. I've never seen that before. And I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And it looks really awesome. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. For if you're a 1/6 scale collector and you're into the Terminator figures, this is definitely something you'd want in your collection. It is so cool. I've got the flesh inside the actual arm itself as well. If I take that off, because it just pops off, and it actually clicks into place. So you can even have the arm down. It's not just going to fall off when you bring the arm down. But it's all got all of the little bits of flesh inside there as well, all the way down to there, flesh. And every single finger is posable. The whole thing is posable. You can make a fist with it if you wish to. So if you want to do the part that he turns the hand around and makes a fist, you can do that. Entirely up to you. If you've got the Hot Toys MMS117, and a lot of people aren't displaying it like this. They're displaying him on a bike. I've got him on a bike, which I'll do. I've got 3 now 1/6 scale Terminator figures, Terminator 2 figures. I'll have them all up here. I'll just do this bit and then I'll put them all up and show you what they look like together, because they do look so cool. But if you've got this particular accessory and you're not using it, then why not? I mean, I know it perhaps knocks down the resale value of a Hot Toys figure. I know a lot of people do collect them, pristine condition, keep everything nice and neat in the box. But I mean, I was lucky. I bought this particular figure. My 117 second hand, and it had been broken. This part had been broken, so there was nothing I could do with it. I couldn't resell it, so I had to do a conversion, which on a Thyssen, I love it. I mean, even if it hadn't been, I probably would have walked down this path because I really like it seamless. I know he's got his little wart there now. I will sort that out. But if you look closely at it, it's really nice. It's just a seamless join. I really like that. And this part just clicks in. And if you do it, you'll get it to here, and then you just click it in the rest of the way. It just pops in. So it doesn't matter what you do. It's got 360 rotation on it, and you can have the hand all the way down. It doesn't fall out. It's not going to fall out no matter what pose you put it in. Most people are probably just going to put it in the standard pose like that, where he's literally just ripped the skin off and he's looking at it himself. But he is completely fully posable. You can do what you want with him, and he's heavy too, because he's a Thyssen body. They're quite heavy, so he's got some weight to him. Feels like a die cast. If you collect any of these figures, if you've got the RoboCop figure, he's about the same weight. He's heavier, in fact, than the RoboCop figure, the die cast one, not the battle damage one, but the die cast one. So I'll come back with the three of these together and just give you a look at that, and then I'll put some photographs on afterwards so you can scroll through and have a look. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll come back with the mix. This is all three of them together. You've got the MMS117 here on the Harley Davidson Fat Boy with the saddlebags. I still need to weather those. Still need to weather the bike, to be fair. I only really bought these. I was watching Justin's collection, and I've always wanted to get these, but our hobby 16 scale is so expensive. But I watched his and saw how overjoyed he was to have them. I've got to have them, mate. I've got to go and buy them, bite the bullet. Every guy's got an expensive hobby, and this is mine, and I love them. They're very expensive, but they are definitely beautiful. They're works of art. They're definitely moving masterpieces. So if you're into collecting these, and you're really into the Terminator ones, you've got to have it all. And you can't have this guy without the bike. And this guy is he's the holy grail of all of the Hot Toys Terminator figures. Totally battle damaged. The eye lights up. You probably can't see it because of the lights. But he is absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'll put loads of photographs up after this, and you guys have fun. Stay safe in these trying times, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have fun. Bye for now.